Okay, hi. My name is Frederick Rivera, and today we're going to talk about. I'm here to demonstrate a kickboxing class. Um, and usually, before I do anything, it's like we do stretches for both arms and legs, a little bit with the core, and after all that, I want to walk through down some of the punching and kicking techniques. And all throughout that, I'm going to talk about um, different variations of the punches and kicks that you can do to acclimate to what works best for you. So first, usually I like to just move around my arms. You start up by like an arm circle, get the arms moving. You do that with both arms, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. So here's my left arm. And the other arm, I'm obviously not gonna do it for that amount of time for the sake of the video. And next, for kickboxing, you kind of shuffle with your legs. I don't know if you can see from here, but kind of go like that. Like if you're having trouble with like tempo, like count in your head 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I usually do this for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Kind of incorporate different kinds of shuffles just to get your butt pumping and whatnot. Get your body familiar to like moving around, kind of produce heat, get heated a little bit, warm up. And then, I don't know if you can see from here, but next, for kickboxing, what we're gonna do is basically half split stretches where down here, you kind of just go like that. Kind of stretch your thighs, your legs. Do that maybe kind of like this. Same thing, looking like Spider-Man a little bit. You do that just to kind of get your legs ready to kick. If you can feel here, you feel like your little tendons stretching, and you need those to stretch. Next thing is the butterfly or flamingo stretch, where you kind of go like this. Hold it for a little bit. I'd say maybe 30 seconds most. It kind of stretches your upper thigh here. Go like that. So yeah, altogether it should be like maybe 15 to 20 minutes. However long it takes you to really feel like you're ready to move and whatnot. Usually you play music. I won't be playing music because I want you to hear the instruction. For kickboxing, you kind of want to like be more jittery, ready to move, blood flowing, which is the whole purpose of the stretches and whatnot. So, for basics, we're gonna talk about the stance in your base. Basically, I don't know if you can see me. Hopefully you can, but yeah. Whichever your dominant hand is, if you're right-handed, you stand with your left foot front and your right foot back, just so you can kind of chain your weight around, whichever feels the most comfortable for you. So it looks something like this. You put your right hand here, and you put your left hand here, like that. Kind of stand at a 90-degree angle, bend your feet a little bit, kind of bounce around, whichever feels the most comfortable for you. For me personally, I like the southpaw. I'm right hand dominant, but I prefer stronger punch with my left hand, because if I'm dominant with my right hand, I have a good jab and I have a good cross if it's starting from all the way back here. So I'm gonna be doing like this for the rest of the video. So, like I said, same thing, 90-degree angle, bend your knees, bounce your weight on both legs, like that. Your power hand should be right here on your chin. Your jab hand should be right here, a little bit in front of you, so that whenever you're trying to jab, let me explain the punches. Basically, you have a jab, there's your jab. You don't need to go like this, literally, just like this. It's like just extending your arm. At most, you can probably just a little snap to it. But other than that, you don't really overextend yourself because you leave yourself only countered. Usually, the first combo you learn is the 1-2. So a jab is a 1, and then the 2 is your power hand. This is a 2. The reason why it's a 2 is because it comes from a longer distance, and the more distance it has, the more power it can generate through the distance between your left shoulder and your target. So here's a 1-2. Pretty simple. Other punches that you have are your hooks, right hook, left hook. This is a right hook. Different variations of it. You can, if it's like this, face like this, it's a little bit more powerful, but it's a little bit more slower. If you move your hand like this, it's a little more faster. So you have your left hook, right hook, and then you have your uppercuts. Your uppercut should come from your legs. You don't have to do this, so it's just like this. You chain your weight through the left hand for your uppercut. You did it with your jab hand. So if you're right-handed, it's like this. This is your lead uppercut. And then this is your uppercut with your dominant hand if you're right-handed. So same thing with left-handed stance. Lead uppercut, rear uppercut. So all together, this is a jab, this is a cross, this is a right hook, this is a left hook. You shouldn't be overextending yourself like that. Literally, keep it tight. Now, for kicks, you kind of, same thing. Keep your base, keep balanced, stay on your toes. So, I don't want to show my toes, but you get the idea. Just kind of go like that. Bounce up and down, gauge distance, get close. Just basically develop a pretty wide stance, unless you plan to have a wide stance later instead of an attack, so you can kind of just rhythm step your weight in. But for now, for beginning purposes, keep it wide. Bend your knees, and that's how you kind of flow with it. So for kicks, kickboxing is, I'll say kicks. So you normally just have your front kick, which is you lift up your knee. I don't have enough space here. Lift up your knee like this. You push forward like that. People call it a teep, but in this case we call it a front kick. So you kick it to the bottom, kick it to the top. That's why we were doing the stretches earlier, to get your legs ready to stretch or kick upwards. Your next kick would probably be a roundhouse. A roundhouse isn't like you spin around and stuff. That's for later. You don't really do that when you're a beginner. But for a roundhouse, it's literally just like this, like that. Like you measure your target, and then you kick. Like you kind of just rotate. And when you kick, your heel should be all the way that way. So you're able to basically like full 180-degree angle, transfer your weight, and then come back. So for example, like put it all together, you have jab, cross, hook, hook. Then you have a roundhouse with the lead leg, roundhouse with the rear leg. That's all of it together. For different variations, for the teep, it's more so your target. It's your target and how hard you throw it. So if you want to start like a beginning teep, you literally just, you don't even have to go hard with it. Just like, the technique wise, you're supposed to lean back. It's usually technique over power, because if you throw a lot of power, you lose balance more. The big focus for kickboxing and boxing, anything, is balance. So literally, bounce, get your rhythm straight, kick. Doesn't have to be strong. If you want it to be strong, you kick with your rear leg. So basically, your power hand, your power leg is the one that's closest to the back. Because if it's a jab, it's close. There's not a lot of distance for it to cover to generate power. But if it's starting all the way back here, there's more oomph to it. So that's why, like, when you see kickboxers or boxers, they only have this punch usually to gauge the distance. But they throw the two is when they find the distance. So if this wall is like my target, you hit, right? You have the distance. If you touch it with this hand, you touch it with your power hand. Just like this. Basically. Same thing with legs. It's not the same as hands because your legs are usually longer than your arms. So if you can kick here, all you need to do is plant your feet a little bit close to your target with your front leg and kick with your rear leg. So yeah, I have a lot of examples I can show you. Variations really pretty much just include how you control your breathing, how hard you throw it, and how off balance you want to be when you do throw it. Because you kind of sacrifice the balance with the amount of power you do want to generate. So yeah, thank you.